I am Ruchira Mukherjee. Students, today I will tell you about the observations of experiments performed by Mendel, assumptions based on experimental observations, and sex determination in human beings. So student, we will start with the observation of experiments performed by Mendel. Observations and experiments performed by Mendel is given on page number 263 of your textbook in tabular form. So, see page number 263. See students, in his first experiment, Gregor took 7,324 plants and he took round seeds and wrinkled seeds and crossed them. On crossing round seeds and wrinkled seeds, in F1 generation he found all seeds were round. All seeds were round. In F2 generation, second filial generation, he found out of 7,324 plants, 5,474 were round seeds and 1,850 plants were of wrinkled seeds. And the ratio is 2:2.96:1. This 2.96 is nearly 3. It means the ratio is 3:1. The ratio is 3:1. In second experiment, he took 8,023 plants. He took, this time he took yellow and green seeds. First he took round and wrinkled seeds. Second time he took yellow and green seeds. And in F1 generation, he found all were yellow. Second filial generation, 6,022 yellow, 2,001 green. And the ratio comes to be 3:0.1 to 1. 3.01 to 1. This 3.01 means 3 and is to 1. This time also he found get ratio 3:1. The ratio of yellow seeds was 3 and green was 1. In third experiment, he took 929 plants. This time, he took purple and white flowers. In F1 generation, he found all plants were purple. And second generation, he found 705 violet and 224 white. Here also you can see 3.15 is nearly 3 and is to 1. Again he found the ratio is 3:1 in second generation, F2 generation. Experiment number 4. Number of plants were 1,181. Solan pod and constricted pod. Solan pod and constricted pod. In F1 generation, all Solan. And in F2 generation, 882 Solan, 299 constricted. Again the ratio is 2.95:1. This 2.95 is nearly 3 and is to 1 means again the ratio is 3:1. In his fifth experiment, he took 580 plants of green and yellow pods. F1 generation, all green. And F2 generation, 428 green, 152 yellow. Again, the ratio comes nearly 3:1. In his seventh experiment, he took 858 plants, exile and terminal flowers. Some plants were exile, means their flowers were on axis, and terminal flowers means lateral flowers. In F1 generation, all exile, and F2 generation, 551 exile and 207 terminal. This ratio was 2:1/4, 2:14:1. 2.14:1. In his seventh experiment, he took 1064 plants. This time he took tall plants and dwarf plants and crossed them. In F1 generation, he found all tall plants. In second F2 generation, he found 787 tall plants and 277 dwarf plants. So he found in F2 generation, the ratio was 3:1 or nearly 3:1. But in F1 generation, he found, in first experiment, he found all round, in second, all yellow, all purple, all solan, all green, all exile, and all tall. Means, in this, you can see in these 7 characters, these characters were dominant, and round was dominant over wrinkled, yellow was dominant over green, purple was dominant over white, solan pod was dominant over constricted pod, green pod was dominant over yellow pod, exile flowers were dominant over terminal flowers, and tall plants were dominant over dwarf plant. And these experiments proved that in F1 generation, the characters which were shown were dominant and which could not be seen were recessive. Okay, students. Now, see here. What happened when plants having one pair of character? Suppose we take the character tall and short plant and was crossed. Here only one character was taken, and that was height. Plants taken were tall and dwarf and were crossed. Only one character was taken here, so it is called monohybrid cross. Mendel selected pea plants having one pair of character, a tall plant and a short pea plant. He selected pure tall. And it was denoted by capital T, and pure short. It was denoted by small t and small t. So, pure tall plants were crossed with pure short pea plants, and he cross-pollinated them. He obtained all plants were capital T, small t. in the first generation or F1 generation. When the first generation plants were self-pollinated, he obtained tall and dwarf plants in the ratio 3:1. In the second generation, F2 generation, the ratio of pure tall, TT, the ratio of pure tall, TT, and hybrid tall, capital T, small t, and pure dwarf, small t, was in the ratio 1:2:1. The trait that is expressed in F1 generation is called dominant trait, and the trait that is suppressed in F1 generation is called the recessive trait. It means tall plants were able to show their characters, but dwarf plants were not seen. It means in F1 generation, tall plants were dominant over dwarf plant, and these are called recessive trait. You can see, I will explain it by giving you the picture, by showing you this picture. This is parent generation. Mendel took short pea plants and denoted it by TT and was crossed with capital T, it was a tall pea plant. In F1 generation, he found all the plants were tall, all tall pea plants. When they were self-pollinated, he found, in F2 generation, he found 3 plants were tall and 1 plant was short. The ratio was 3:1. Then he took violet flower and white flower, and after cross fertilization he found violet flower. After their self-pollinations, he found in F2 generation 3 plants were violet, plants were with violet flower and 1 plant with white flower. The ratio was 3:1. When Mendel took round seeds, completely round and wrinkled seed, and crossed them, in F1 generation he found hybrid seed. It was round, but it has both the characters of R, capital R, round, and small r, wrinkled. But only this seed, the plant with seed, round seeds. Here, wrinkled character of wrinkled seed was not appeared, but it was there, but it was not appeared because round seed was dominant over wrinkled seed. In F2 generation, he found again 3 round and 1 wrinkled seed. In this way, 3/4 round and 1/4 wrinkled. The ratio is 3:1. The ratio is 3:1. Now, students, we have here we have seen we had taken only one character. Only plants with one character were taken and were crossed. But what happens when more than one character is taken? When plants having 2 pairs of characters, Here characters are shape and color of seeds. Shape and color of seeds were crossed. Here two characters were taken, so we will call it dihybrid cross. Mendel selected pea plants having two pairs of characters. इस समय मेंडल ने ऐसे पी प्लांट्स लिए जिनमें दो तरह के कैरेक्टर्स थे, शेप और कलर. ये कैरेक्टर्स थे शेप और कलर of seeds, shape of seed and color of seeds. And he selected plants having round yellow seeds and wrinkled green seeds and were cross-pollinated. He cross-pollinated them. He obtained all plants with round yellow seeds. He found all plants with round yellow seeds in F1 generation. When these plants were self-pollinated in F2 generation, out of 16 plants, 9 had round yellow and 3 had round green. Round yellow means capital R, capital Y, small y. And round green means capital R, small r, capital small y, small y. So 3 had round green and 3 had wrinkled yellow and 1 had wrinkled green seeds in the ratio 9:3:3:1. Okay students, this is the picture showing dihybrid cross. Okay, so when ry, capital R, capital Y, small r, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, and small r, small y. When these were crossed with capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. And he found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He found 9 seeds were red, round yellow. 9 plants were giving seeds round yellow. 1, 2, 3. 3 were green. 3 were green. And 1, 2, 3. 3 were wrinkled yellow. And only 1 was wrinkled green. So the ratio comes to 9:3:3:1. Okay students, now I will tell you about law of segregation, law of independent assortment, and law of dominance. So students, Mendel's first law of inheritance or the law of segregation. Mendel's first law of inheritance or the law of segregation. The characteristics means traits. The characteristics or traits of an organism are determined by internal factors which occur in pairs. Only such factor can be present in a single gamete. His second law is law of dominance. In an organism, each character is represented by 2 factors such as tall and dwarf. है ना स्टूडेंट्स? तो इस तरह किसी भी ऑर्गेनिज्म में जो कैरेक्टर है वो 2 फैक्टर्स के द्वारा दर्शाए जाते हैं। इफ दिस कैरेक्टर्स आर विजिबल, अगर एक कैरेक्टर्स आपको नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में दिखाई देते हैं तो डोमिनेंट है, और अगर नहीं दिखाई देते तो वो रिसेसिव कैरेक्टर्स है। लाइक ऑन क्रॉसिंग विथ टॉल प्लांट्स, क्रॉसिंग tall plants with dwarf plants, only tall plants were produced in first generation, and in second generation 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plant was seen. Now students, law of independent assortment. Actually, Mendel's second law of inheritance or law of independent assortment states that in the inheritance of more than one pair of traits in a cross simultaneously, the factors responsible for each pair of traits are distributed independently to the gametes. Okay, student. These were the laws of inheritance given by Mendel. Now student, I will tell you about sex determination. Sex determination in humans. Sex determination in humans. So, sex determination. The process by which the sex of a person is determined. The process by which the sex of a person is determined is called sex determination. The chromosomes which determine the sex of a person are called sex chromosomes. The process by which sex of a person is determined is called sex determination. And the chromosomes which determine the sex of a person are called sex chromosomes. Sex chromosomes in male is XY. Sex chromosome in male is XY, and in female it is XX. If a sperm carrying X chromosome fertilizes an ovum, then the child born will be girl. Students, मेल में जो क्रोमोसोम होता है वो X और Y होता है, और फीमेल में जो सेक्स क्रोमोसोम होते हैं वो X और X होते हैं। अगर मेल का X क्रोमोसोम फीमेल के X क्रोमोसोम से मिलेगा, अगर मेल का X क्रोमोसोम फीमेल के X क्रोमोसोम को फर्टिलाइज करेगा तो रिजल्ट होगा XX, और XX मतलब फीमेल, तो जो चाइल्ड बॉर्न होगा वो गर्ल होगा। और अगर स्पर्म Y क्रोमोसोम को कैरी करता है और ओवम को फर्टिलाइज करता है, फीमेल के पास तो X क्रोमोसोम ही है, तब X और Y क्रोमोसोम के क्रॉस होने के कारण आउटकम जो होगा XY होगा, और XY क्रोमोसोम मेल में पाया जाता है, इसीलिए द चाइल्ड बॉर्न विल बी ए बॉय। इट इज द स्पर्म which determines the sex of a child. Sex determination in human beings. Human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the nucleus of a cell. Out of these means out of these 23 pairs of chromosomes, 2 chromosomes are sex chromosomes, X and Y. The female has 2 X chromosomes XX and male has one X and one Y chromosome. That is XY chromosome. The sperms and eggs have one set of sex chromosomes. Some sperms have X chromosomes and some have Y chromosome. All eggs have X chromosomes. If a sperm having X chromosomes fuses with an egg having X chromosome, the child will be a girl. अगर स्पर्म में X क्रोमोसोम है और वो फीमेल के X क्रोमोसोम के साथ फ्यूज होता है, तो जो आउटकम होगा या जो चाइल्ड बर्थ लेगा वो गर्ल होगी, क्योंकि X एंड X मीन्स XX फीमेल में पाया जाता है. सो द चाइल्ड विल बी गर्ल. If a sperm having Y chromosome fuses with an egg having X chromosome, the child will be a boy. The child will be a boy. This is male with XY chromosome. This is female with XX chromosome. If the sperm of a male having X chromosome when fuses with X chromosome of female, so X fuses with X, outcome will be XX and the child will be girl. And if the sperm having Y chromosome fuses with X chromosome of female, because female have only XX chromosome, there is no Y chromosome, so then outcome will be XY and the child will be male child. So in this way there is a sex determination in human beings and it is done by sex chromosome. It is done by sex chromosomes. So students, we have completed our chapter heredity from parents to offspring. And thank you for listening, students. Thank you.